Yeah, no, I'm new to it. I'll ask you. Yeah. So ask me my sexual orientation.
Kick it off. All right. This is episode 11, right? All right, episode 11, Raw U. We have special guests here, BigBallerAnt and Shawley. And today we're going to talk about, I guess you could say, Ant and where you came from and who you are to start. And then go into like what was it? Was it Inaka? You had Inaka before Ant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so go through all that.
So I used to watch. Well, I started off watching Christian, and then I started watching Shawley. And
Damn, so Christian was your first crush.
No. Honestly, I like Shawley's
Were you a
videos more.
fanboy or like-
No.
Okay.
Fanboy for him, maybe a little bit. So I'm just gonna pre-surface now.
I have a pretty
The
funny
story
story.
he tells you is just not.
No,
it's not even
bro,
true. It's not even true.
It's
It's not
Sergio
even
can
true.
confirm it's true, right?
Sergio wasn't even around
But
for
yeah,
that.
but like,
What do you
we've
mean?
confirmed for multiple. Like, you just tell your part and I'll tell my.
So,
story.
anyways, yeah, I watched Shawley, and he had a pop up at like a small gym that was like 10 minutes away from my house.
Did you lived in Texas?
Yeah. So I'm
bet.
born and raised in Houston. I
Okay.
live on the east side of Houston, and so his was like 10. That gym in particular was like 10 minutes away, and my gym partner at the time was my dad. So it was like, hey, like it was a Saturday, like let's go work out, whatever. And it was literally only him and I think Russ. Like it wasn't like a big pop up. It was just like nobody was really there, and so I saw people like go and talk to him, but it was like a 30-minute. I mean, it was like a 10-minute conversation max. So I was like, nah, I'm going to wait until I'm the last person in this gym, and I'm going to talk to him like a real conversation, not just like, yo, nice to meet you, whatever. So I probably did every single movement there was in that gym with my dad.
Total
like,
body workout.
Literally. Every single movement was curling, like all this shit. And then, yeah, I just went up to him, and he's going to say that I didn't look him in his face, which is just a lie. That I had to have my dad like go introduce myself to him, but yeah, man,
That's a
from
pretty
there.
like far out thing to say.
Yeah, bro,
If
but
it
my
didn't
dad-
happen though.
Because my dad will tell you it didn't happen.
he definitely did that.
Dude,
Hi,
no.
Charlie.
This is my son.
No, bro, that's exactly what happened. Like I had just finished like saying hi and bye to everyone. The pop up was like about to close, and he literally or his dad came up to me and was like, "Hey, man." And I thought at first I was like, "Okay, his dad watches my YouTube channel, whatever." So his dad was like, "Yo, like Shawley, like really nice to meet you, yada yada yada." He's like, "I'm not actually the one that wants to meet you. My son wants to meet you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, bring him up. Where is that?" So he like points, and he points to his son, which is Ant. And he's on this wall inside the gym, and Ant's like literally like looking away from me. Like he was like scared to look at me in my eyes. It was like really weird. He's just like looking away. So like his dad like not forces. I'm not gonna say force, but his dad like tells him to come over, and he like kind of comes over, and he's just like not looking at me the entire time. He's just like this, and I'm like right here, and he's just looking like this way. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He was like, my name's Anthony. I was like, what's up, man? Like. At first I was like, bro, something's wrong with this kid. Like, why can't he look me in my eye? So then, like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly. I don't know if his dad was like, come on, like, chill out, like, relax.
Dude, no, man.
I don't know, but like, he wasn't looking at me the entire time, and I was just like, bro, like, this kid's different. Like, he's very different. And I was just like,
him.
yeah, I was just,
So I actually used to like DM him, but like
Okay.
my Avi at the time was just like a random Avi, like it wasn't a me. And so then when I told him, I was like, cause like I would respond with like funny shit. So he remembered who I was when like I showed him my account, and I was like, hey man, like it's only 10 minutes away. If you ever need help with anything, like I'm down to pull up.
Yeah.
And there was no employee at that point.
I was literally running Inaka by myself.
Yeah.
I was doing orders, customer service, and I had my business partner that helped me too. But like driving the box truck to USPS, like everything.
And so.
And at that point, you didn't have like clothes yet, right? Or did
It
you have
was just
clothes?
strictly belts and knee sleeves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people know. Did a lot of people like who I probably on our podcast don't realize like you didn't start with clothes.
I think he knew because I
knew,
sent
yeah.
you.
No, I mean like the people who follow you
I was
now
wearing
though,
the
like
sleeves
yeah.
and shit. I came out.
I think
but
so
and they
too.
ripped
but
on you.
yeah, but the people who follow you
Yeah.
now don't fucking know that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
like think it's like just shorts and clothes.
A lot of
Yeah.
people think Inaka is solely just like apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was primarily a accessory brand for sure.
Which is dope because like it's like a testament to say like whatever you start with is not always going to be the thing that like takes off. You just have to like kind of go with it and just make it work.
Exactly.
All right, so keep going.
Yeah. So at that time I had an accounting internship.
Okay.
And like, I kid you not, this is like, it sounds weird, but it's just like, it is what it is. Every morning like I would pray on my way to work. But like that week I was praying that Shawley would hit me up. Like every single morning I was like, yo, like God, like hopefully he'll hit me up. And he hit me up on a Friday, like random time, like 11 a.m. like lunch.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, do you know how, like literally his DM was, do you know how to drive a
I didn't even
box
say
truck?
hi. I said, hey, do you know?
Legit, he just says, do you know how to drive a box truck? And I was like, nah, but we'll find out. And I go,
figure it out.
yeah, I literally go, I go into my boss's office.
But you
I was
told
like,
me, yeah. But I
I did.
He didn't know, but he told me, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
no to
I was
that
gonna say no, hell no. I was gonna be like, no, bro, and then find someone else.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
See you later.
Hell no.
Dude's YouTubing how to drive a box truck on the way.
I'm like, bro, I'm gonna figure it out for sure. And yeah, I told my boss, I was like, hey, I have a last minute test I forgot about. Like, I need to go. And we didn't need to drive it because remember the other guy was there. So we just ended up like moving shit, and then I came back the next day, helped, came back, like I was there every other day pretty much at that point. And he would always try to pay me. He'd be like, bro, what's your PayPal? And I'm like, don't worry about it. He's like, all right. And I would just keep working though. Like I was literally there every single day from that day.
Like 2 months he didn't accept pay.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
crazy.
I literally quit my job. And at that point we were working out together and I was like, like I can do this online coaching shit. Like I'll never do it now. But at the time, and I made like, I think I had like 4 clients, made $1,000 in a day. I was like, well, I just made what I was going to get paid for 2 weeks. So fuck it. I'll do it. Quit my job. And then I'll never forget. There was a girl who's doing customer service, but her schedule was just like, it didn't line up or whatever. And she quit. And then like they were finna interview someone else. And it was me, Shawley, and our other videographer, Samuel. And Shawley was kind of just like, damn, man, like I need someone who like understands my vision, wants to grow to the top with me, like, you know, whatever. And I'm still at this point, like, I'm like,
You're
I've
like,
never,
bro, I'm right here.
no, but I didn't even do that. I was thinking it, but like, he just looked over to Sam and Sam looked at him and they looked at me. They're like, bro, Ant's the perfect one. And so ever since then, I've literally done anything that we needed.
So what's your role now?
Marketing. So marketing, like a director of marketing is like my role now. But yeah, when I started off, it was just
Customer
packaging, customer service, like whatever little things we needed to do. Before we had Matt, like he does our operations now.
Yeah.
Like me and Shawley would just be doing random shit, like talking to manufacturers. So I'm really grateful for being there so early because I've literally seen every single step of the business.
Sure.
And I'm also grateful for him and Sam because like I've never asked for anything like a raise or a role or anything. The one time I did was I'm going to do social media. It was debating on getting a second customer service rep or a full-time social media person so I can just do customer service.
Yeah.
I pulled Shawley aside. I was like, hey, bro, like, you know, I don't ever ask you for anything, but I want to do this. I don't want to do customer service anymore. He's like, all right. And then I started the TikTok, and then we blew up a lot. So, yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I feel like I've done everything there is to do at Inaka so far. And so,
How long? So how long ago was that?
3 years now?
It's like 3
yeah.
years
So you've been
now.
there since like the
Yeah,
beginning.
literally I was the first employee. Like
I think there was 1 full year of just me and my business partner before like he came into the picture. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I've been, and I'm 24 now. I was like 21. So I've been growing with them the same way, like as the business grows, I grow as like a person.
With Inaka?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so yeah, he was 20 when he first started with us.
Shit.
Yeah, so like
How old are you now? 24?
24. I just turned 24 in January. Yeah. It's kind of weird because I'm still, even though I'm getting older, I'm still like the youngest dude we like work with or in relationship with everywhere I go. But it's dope. It's dope. And then Aspen was really dope for me because I was so young, besides Marco, obviously. But it was like, I felt a part of every conversation. And I think Inaka's helped mature me like way.
No,
different.
you're definitely like mature for your age. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my story with Inaka. Just like,
Isn't it crazy though? Because like it's like, don't you still feel like you haven't even started yet?
Yeah, with all the new stuff that
Yeah.
we're doing and stuff, yeah, I do. And it's, I think that's also something that I try to like, I forgot what I was watching the other day, and it was the Kanye you watched the Kanye documentary? Where Pharrell pulls him to
I've
the
been
side?
waiting for the second episode because Courtney's been out of town. She made me wait. To watch.
And he said like you're gonna be the best like you're the best rapper I've ever heard or whatever.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
yo, like, you're the best, but always act like you're not the best. Like, always act like you still have something to prove.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a mixture of, like, okay, like, I know that we've come a long way. Like, we've done a lot. But, like, I kind of tell myself, okay, we're just getting started. Like, there's so much more we can
But
do.
that's the mentality you
I mean, I
have to
feel like
have.
you don't even need to tell yourself. You feel it.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't-
Fuck,
yeah.
there's so much
That's
coming.
like-
Like, it's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
you guys don't
Mhm.
even know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
What was like your guys' moment where you guys like felt like you popped off? So you guys have like, I noticed it. I knew you and I followed you guys and I had your equipment from the beginning when you were a smaller brand. And then I feel like it was this year when we were in New York and people were like coming up to me and I was wearing the shorts and everything that during my prep this year and everyone was like wearing a Naka and talking about it. I'm like, fuck, this is like a big deal now.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a gradual grow or was there something that made you guys pop off?
You know what's funny? The first time we dropped shorts,
Yeah.
we
even
went
sell out.
to fucking Colorado, did a fucking shoot in Breckenridge in the snow. I don't know why. We were trying to be different. And the shorts didn't even sell out. They did. It was just, the drop wasn't even that great, honestly. Like it was a really bad drop. And so that wasn't like the thing that kind of made it click for us. I think the thing that made it click for us is when we dropped the lightning tees.
You're talking about like back in the gap.
Like, he was saying like the first thing that like
Yeah,
really
the lightning
felt-
tees were like, that was like when they were selling out every time we dropped them.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
So
weird.
you were selling out T-shirts,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but
there
you
was-
weren't selling your shorts out at the beginning.
No.
And now it's like I would assume like the polar opposite. Your shorts sell out way faster, right?
The shorts
Yeah.
I feel like are the main thing now
Yeah.
that people are like, they know what's for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, even the shirts still pretty much sell
it's-
out immediately.
Everything kind of sells out. But like we dropped the lightning tee. I don't know if you've seen it, the black and white lightning tee. It's like a black one with lightning all over. It says
I
Inaka
think
Power.
I remember.
I'm sure I've
seeing
It's
that.
like a classic old shirt. And we dropped it once. We ordered like 400 shirts the first time. It sold out in like 2 minutes, whatever. And then we did a restock. This is like 2,000 shirts. And this is 2019. We did a restock for 2,000 shirts. And I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it. And I remember at the time we didn't have the actual shipment of shirts in yet. Luckily, we were using a local manufacturer, but we didn't have the actual shipment of shirts yet. We told them we wanted to order 2,000, but we didn't have it. And I was like, you know what, man? It's Saturday or it's Friday or Saturday or whatever. Like, let's fuck it. Let's launch it, man. Like, who cares? Like, we're not that big of a company yet. Like, fuck it. Like, if people can wait 2 weeks, if we have to wait 2 weeks. We launched it, and like 2,000 of those shirts sold out in like 5 minutes. And that's when I knew, okay. And that's what I was telling Scott. I was like, bro, like, we can do apparel. Because at that time, we were selling out knee sleeves and belts consistently. Like, not our white belt till this day is our number one top selling item. The white belt, the glacier white belt, number one top. It's by a landslide too.
But can I ask you, like, as far as a weight belt goes, like, there has to be a culture driven to buy these things because, like, you only need one fucking weight belt.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. Yeah, I was telling
Right?
Scott the
Like,
same thing.
You and they last like for a pretty substantial amount of
Yeah.
time. So people who are buying like every fucking color or that, like, they're
That's-
buying that to support you.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I think the way I look at it too, it's like, okay, maybe there's crazy people that are doing that, but I think when they continue to sell, like we're about to restock another batch, if they continue to sell, that means I think we're growing. Because like,
True. I mean, you can
more
check
than
that
likely,
too, right?
yeah, more than likely, it's a new person that wants to buy a new belt, that wants to
Sure.
have a new knockabout.
Sure,
So I think it's a good sign of, okay, we just.
But do you have people who buy like 3 at once?
I've seen. No,
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen an order for
Weird ass
3,
people that do that. Yeah.
but I've seen people buy like multiple ones.
I mean, that's pretty wild to think about. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, that means you have a culture that people are driven to just support.
Yeah,
No matter
exactly.
what you sell. Like, you can
That's-
sell a fucking water bottle with a knock on it. Someone's gonna buy it.
Yeah,
It's
that's like my main
You
goal.
have a shit ton of shoes. You and Sam
Yeah.
have a shit ton of shoes.
Yeah.
You have a shit ton of shoes.
Yeah.
I have a shit ton of shoes.
Yep.
It's like when you. I think one of the things I tried to do with Inaka was like combine that like sneaker culture
Sure.
and fitness shit
Yeah.
because there's like no one else is doing
And,
it.
and it matches so well.
So like if you want a different belt to wear with your
Sure.
neutral based
Yeah.
outfit, you
Sure.
wear this belt on this day. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think going back to your question of like when it felt like damn was when we did the pop up in Miami.
Okay, yeah.
I was like,
That was recent. Not
yeah, that
long
was
ago.
last year. Last
Last
July.
year, July. Yeah.
I was like, where are all these people coming from? Like, what the hell? And I think a lot of like new growth was like TikTok, because like me and Marco pretty much like I started the TikTok and then I signed Marco like literally within 2 weeks of each other, and so from there it's just like literally I think we're at like about to be 70K, and we've just been growing that, and it's like those are like new kids that didn't know about Inaka prior to, like prior to us starting TikTok. So I think that's like 2 of the things that really catapulted like this past year. Because when I saw the pop up, I was like, bro, where are these people coming from?
That was pretty insane.
Because like there was a line. Like
I
there was a
remember that's
full
when
ass
Hayden
line.
went to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty insane.
So what would you think, like, if you had to pick like one stream of like marketing that you're like focused on, what is it right now? Because you guys don't really run paid ads, right?
We do.
You do run paid
We're
ads?
pretty heavy on Facebook.
No shit. Okay.
I don't know if I'd consider Discord a form of marketing yet.
It absolutely is. You can't.
Then
you
I would
can't
say
deny
Discord.
that.
Yeah.
You absolutely.
I would say
yeah.
Discord then.
I mean, that's like the most loyal following you'll ever have,
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes live on there.
Yeah, and like I think because with the TikTok when I was first starting it, it was like obviously a learning curve, but
Yeah.
now it's like, okay, I'll
Well,
tell
same as
someone
Discord, where
post-
you start a Discord for the first time, you
Yeah.
don't even know how the fuck to get into it. You have to
Yeah,
click the button to be verified. You're sitting on that screen for an
Facts.
hour.
Yeah.
But like the honest opinion is like once you're in that, and like I consider Discord now like what TikTok was when it first started.
Yes.
People have no fucking clue what it is, but I can guarantee, like, I use Discord for my clinic. So like my clinics, like my medical offices, each medical office has its own Discord,
Yeah.
and they communicate to each other intra-office that way. Like, hey, whatever's at the front desk, pull them back for whatever. So like there's so many different uses for
Yeah.
it, but the community that you build on there is absolutely insane.
Yeah. That was like my main focus with
And
it.
you can focus on what you want to fuck with.
Yeah.
Like, so like the different chats, right? Like you have your clothing, you have your whatever, workout, like all the different things. So
Yeah.
people can focus on what they want. And then if they want to fuck with it, they can just say in the general chat or whatever it is.
Facts. Well, then, yeah, then that's 1,000% my main focus at the moment.
Yeah.
When he started Discord, I'm not gonna say I didn't think
Because you were asking to start it for a minute.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It
And
was
like
like
I
one
didn't
of those things
believe
where I'm
I'm not
like,
gonna, I
bro.
didn't believe in it at first, and it just started growing and growing and growing, and then it got to wherever it got. And I think we did our first early
When we did the early access, I remember that's when
for
you
Black
texted me.
Friday. It was insane.
Like so I did 30 minutes. Within those 30 minutes, like some things were already sold out, and we did, X amount of money, and just from those people in the Discord alone. And then we gave them our own discount code as well. So it's like, because I do like random, I have like a giveaway bot in there, so I can just literally go right now, be like, yo, give away $50 gift card, 1 minute, 2 winners. So like that money, I was like, hey guys, like I'm gonna keep running these. Just use this code MOB.
Yeah.
Saves you 10%.
For me, from my standpoint, like, as like the guy overlooking this and seeing like the back end, when I saw that he was able to generate an even amount of sales to like just us doing a normal launch just from the early access members, I was like, oh shit, okay, Discord is like, these are the people that are buying our shit consistently.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're in this group. And
For sure.
they're talking all the time.
Mhm.
So like,
It's building that like close community.
Yeah.
Yeah, the community is like,
Yeah.
It's like the
insane.
new Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we
Yeah,
have
the
a
new
huge
Facebook
we have a
group.
private Facebook group that's huge because I have a training
Mhm.
app.
Yeah.
And everyone in there, we do an early access drop 12 hours before every one of our drops.
Yeah.
So they all have, because we always sell out too, and then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have 12 hours to actually get it.
Yeah.
And the numbers we've been selling just out of that Facebook group now are insane.
Insane, right?
Because they feel like they're
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
community culture. They're all like talking about it. People will even connect. They'll be like, yo, shipping's expensive to Australia. And be like, oh, I'm there too. Like, let's order together and
Yeah,
get it
that's
from each
dope.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's
dope.
just
What's up?
connecting each other.
Well,
and
this
Yeah,
time you
more
fucking
excited
sold
about
out on accident. Like you launched it early and you sold out of everything, or mostly everything.
almost, yeah.
That's
One
insane.
item we sold out completely.
And they had to like redo a restock because
Yeah.
they were
Damn.
like, fuck, like we have to give it to the
Yeah.
people too.
Yeah, I there was like some Instagram comments that were, I think the blackout shorts sold out immediately,
yeah,
like with early access, and people were like, oh, like how's it sold out before, like, XYZ.
Yeah.
And then I told people in the Discord to just go comment like the shrug emoji like under it.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I think community is the biggest thing for me as far as the Discord goes, because like there's literally a couple that met in our Discord and they date now. Like
Really?
they're like long distance, but I guess they started like DMing
That's
or
pretty
whatever. Yeah, and it was like when they met, they like were sending everyone in the Discord like videos and stuff. And it was dope. I was like, damn, like that's kind of like what I wanted to do, is just create community. And so now I closed it. It's gonna be closed for like I'd say about a month, 2 months.
The whole Discord.
Yeah, as far as like new people
Sure,
joining
sure.
and just focusing really hard
Building
on
the community. Sure.
even further and deeper, like
Sure.
doing more exclusive stuff. My boy, he does bracelets, like these bracelets, and we're
Yeah.
gonna do a collab, like a numbered 150, like super limited,
That's cool.
just for the Discord mob, like just stuff like that. So that's like the main focus, I'd say, for marketing.
That's dope. Yeah, I think a lot of brands who are watching this don't have a fucking clue even what Discord is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
What like in my opinion, I guess the only reason I know Discord is from NFTs,
Mhm.
right? And like what they've been able to do with NFTs is crazy because that shit's like nothing when it
Yeah.
starts. You create a Discord that you're selling a project, no one knows what the fuck it is. It's just like cool art, and somehow it creates this like. That's what makes these projects so
Yeah.
wealthy. It's their Discords. If their Discords are shit, no one's buying the project.
Mhm.
So I definitely can agree that it's like the craziest marketing tool.
Yeah,
there is.
I think I spent like throughout our day, like I'll work a full 8 hours or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'm not sitting doing one thing for
No,
8
for
hours.
Sure, yeah.
That day when I built it, because like ours is pretty like well built. Like,
Yeah.
I have bots. I have like certain admins who have certain like roles and
Yeah.
regulations.
Your fucking giveaway admin, I think, won every giveaway in the Raw one.
for real.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like every like pre-workout giveaway, the kid's like an animal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lives 24 hours on Discord.
he just stays in.
bro.
there.
There's so many. I'm like, I'll randomly open the app and like pop in and it's active. Like literally the last message was sent a minute ago.
Oh, it's crazy.
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are y'all doing?
We don't. I think we only have like 2,000 members in ours. You have like what 15, 20 now?
16, I think.
Yeah, we started as what like a couple weeks ago,
10 days, yeah.
10 days ago or something like that, and it's pretty wild. The
Yeah.
type, like it's
Yeah.
like those, but there's like those like 10 or 20 people
Yeah.
who just like live there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Always
You
you're
also
like,
get those assholes who are just like
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
bullying people,
Yeah.
like being
Yeah.
mean.
I
like,
hate that.
Yeah.
Like there's like,
I felt so bad. I like literally threw some kid out. I'm like, this kid is
Yeah,
such
bro.
a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
I came in roasting someone
then
one night. Someone
you
was being a
did,
dick,
yeah.
and I was replying to all his messages, like
Yeah.
calling him out. Because we weren't even booting him. I was just
Yeah.
demeaning him.
Yeah, that's
being right
hilarious.
back at him. You know,
it's
like
so it's so crazy to me. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like why don't
Some
these
kid that
people-
got thrown out of yours came into ours and started doing the same shit in ours. And then
Yeah.
your boy was like, you already got thrown out of ours. Like, fuck you. And I'm like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
What was he doing?
Just being like a dick, like trolling everybody.
Yeah, there's a few trolls in ours where I'm like, all right, bro, come on.
Like everything was like, that sucks. Like you suck. That's
Yeah.
not real.
Oh, that
like,
kid.
yeah,
There's like, well, there's multiple kids. But there's kids that like anytime we drop like a sneak peek or something, he's like, boy, this shit's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I'm like, bro, why are you here?
Yeah, like,
what's
why-
the
why are
point?
you
Like,
here?
why are
Yeah.
you here, man?
Yeah.
But nah, it's dope. I think having that, especially like for like someone like you and Shawley and you, like for me, it's like, yeah, obviously, like now that they know me, it's dope because I'm the most interactive with them.
Yeah.
But like
But
with
your
someone like
following
you,
has gone crazy.
yeah, it
since
really
Discord.
has. It really
Like
has.
I've noticed that. Like your engagement, because they know, like
Yeah.
they like want, I think they want to fuck with you more now because
Yeah.
they know what you do now. Like your stories, like
Yeah.
your Q&As, like everything's pretty dope. Like you
Yeah.
have to see that.
Nah, I appreciate that. I just hit 6K like yesterday, and it was like me and Marco is like the most. He actually is more excited when I gain followers than like he does.
Yeah, I believe that.
He's like always like he'll like look at my follower account more than I do, and he'll randomly text me like, bro, you're like 4K away from 10, and like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think it's because like I'm just interactive. Anyone who tags me, I repost them,
Yeah.
and I'll send them a message like, yo, like thanks, whatever.
It's dope.
And I think it's more so like about the community. Like I don't really give a like people tell me and Shawley all the time. You can ask them, they'll be like, bro, Ant, why do you post so many stories? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I want these people, like if you're gonna take the time out of your day to post me like and tag me, like I'm gonna repost you.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to watch it, then just pass through it. And
mute you.
Yeah,
yeah, or mute me. Yeah,
Mute me, yeah.
you can mute me at
People
that
act
point.
like it's so hard
Made
to
that
unfollow
for a
Exactly.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like I think again, just focusing on community.
So is that like the ultimate goal is just to continue to do that now and just keep building all that
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Like is the role you're in like the role you want to be in long term?
100%.
Okay.
Like honestly, like ideally CMO at some point,
Yeah.
like chief marketing officer would be.
I mean,
what
it's
I wanna
kind of
do.
technically what
Yeah,
you are.
pretty
It's kinda-
much.
yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have anyone else.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's true. But
got
like being
promoted, bro.
yeah. No, that's facts.
I'll give you a business card.
No, but like building out, I think this summer I kind of want to do an internship program.
And bring people underneath you.
Yeah, but I want to
for
do
sure.
it like way different. Like I think I want their resumes to be sent in a Discord channel. Like just do some dope shit and
Yeah.
like have like 2 or 3 kids or like at university and fly them out or whatever and post them up somewhere and just
Yeah.
like be on some dope shit.
The cool thing about that is there's so many people who will do that.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
get messages, I get emails every single day.
Mhm.
Like, do you guys do internships? I'll work for free.
Yeah.
I'll do this. I'll do that. And it's like you want to, but like at the same time, it's like a lot. You know?
Yeah, it
it's
is a
like,
lot.
It's like babysitting.
It
for
is.
No idea who's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it gets really.
Especially with like, yeah, we have a great culture with a lot of cool people, but
Exactly.
there's a lot of fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who will
Super
like
weird
sneak
people.
in and
And those are the weirdos. The
Yeah.
ones, well, you kind of did the same shit though at first.
Yeah, I was on some
did.
weird
Yeah.
shit.
It-
But
Working for free, like I mean,
like,
that's
kinda
also what's
weird.
hard is though, because that's
you
what
could. It could have been you.
that's what
Yeah.
you need to do right now.
Yeah.
You need to hustle. You need to like
Be weird.
push yourself in, be a little
For sure.
weird,
No,
work
Yeah.
for
no
free.
bullshit, yeah.
Like that's my videographer Calvin. That's what he
Mhm.
did to me.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, but he like followed me around and flew to the Arnold and said he was there for a work trip.
Yeah.
But he was just fucking paying every last penny he had to
Damn.
try and get a video with me one
Yeah.
weekend, and wouldn't let me pay him ever. And now he's like, I won't even work with anyone other than him.
Yeah.
That's
We're
dope.
trying to move him down,
That's
but
fucking
like
dope.
again,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You think about it on the back end, you're like just some random dude following you around
Yeah.
trying to videotape you. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
You get
Yeah.
lucky sometimes.
those are
but-
like the
Exactly.
best relationships though.
It really
Yeah.
is.
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
because there's a story now. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a weird story, but
Yeah.
the weird stories are kind of fun. They're funny.
Yeah. I mean, even though his story is like kind of cap, but
Yeah.
it's like whatever. You know? I let him tell it.
Two sides of the story.
For sure.
Until you like do some weird shit and like
Yeah.
the next year,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, it makes sense now. That's cool, man.
Nah,
It's
but yeah,
dope.
truly actually DM me like on the way here, like talking about growth and shit, like
Yeah.
truly DM me because I think I tagged him in the post, and they're like, "Hey, like."
You tagged him in like 90 posts.
Yeah, I did.
So
But the post
they
of
had to
me
see
in
it
like the
eventually.
pod, yeah, I was like, "Yo, someone's gonna see
They
this
were
shit.
like Shawley when you were DMing.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I gotta reply to this.
Yeah, yeah, I did tag Truly a lot, but they were like, "Yo, for March Madness, we're doing like a jersey, Truly jersey or something. I want to send you a care package." I was like, "Shit,
That's
say
dope.
less." Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope for sure. So yeah, man, I just try to focus on building like just community and growing and shit.
Do you run your page yourself?
Yeah, I do on my own right now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I can tell by his
Instagram?
comments.
Yeah, your Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do all my own stuff.
He trolls the
myself.
shit out of people.
Yeah,
on
based
Instagram.
on your comments on Marco's post, I'm like, yeah, that's him for
You
sure.
can tell it's me.
Yeah.
That's why like I would love to have someone help, like not even pretending to be me, just like trying to like help answer
Yeah.
some shit.
Matt,
But I-
Maddie
like-
does that sometimes, right?
No.
Not at all.
Well, from his own name a little bit, but not really.
Got
no.
it.
Mm.
Like in our Facebook group, my
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
my Instagram, I really handle all of it because I want it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my own personality, and that's what I want to put into it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't really trust anyone to handle any of that.
4 million followers though.
6 million followers.
Okay, my bad. 6 million
Correction.
followers. Jesus
Correction.
Christ.
It was
Yeah.
like 2 million in the last year, or less than
It
a
went,
year.
it went, what?
2 million in less than a year.
Yeah,
right?
I went at 4 mil in like a little over a year.
Do you have like people just DMing you like every second of the day? Like every second?
I can't check DMs.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I go back and know you can scroll through the last like 100 DMs,
Yeah.
it'll be from like 3 minutes ago.
It's like one.
That's
one.
it.
Yeah. It's a lot. But I'm also in so many group chats.
I have to
People
tell
create
that
a group
story.
chat and then they put in like random people and then they'll just be their boys and then like
in Instagram.
me and Dwayne Johnson in the thing or me and Arnold Schwarzenegger and then that's like half my feed, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't get to see a lot of the real stuff.
What about that one girl who messaged everyone in the office for her boyfriend's video?
Oh my god, yeah.
This
What
girl
happened?
was, I mean, she's persistent. If we need to hire a marketing person, we should hire her.
Yeah.
This girl messaged every single employee, all the way down to the warehouse workers,
Yeah.
about asking if we could get a video.
And members.
Oh, and gym members.
She went to like Revive Gym and like
She,
everyone
my,
who's a gym
my
followed.
front desk
like,
kid at the gym, she was blowing him up,
Jesus.
and it was just to get a video for her boyfriend of Chris, like saying like what happy birthday or some shit.
something like that, yeah.
And then like Sammy finally like was like no, so she sent Sammy like all these crying emojis, and then she like I did a Q&A and she kept asking the same fucking question over and over.
Yeah.
This girl was like 2 months deep, like the same exact thing, copy and pasted to 300 people.
I don't even know if it's a real person. Someone
Did you do the video though?
No, it's like when you ask too
actually-
much.
Yeah,
I
that's
tr-
like you're
Yeah.
annoying me
It
now.
pushed it. I tried to at one point. I couldn't even find her. She didn't even DM me. I couldn't see.
No, she did.
She definitely did.
She
I
definitely
guess.
did.
I was looking for it at one point.
She probably has her name in every one of your comments for the last 6 months.
I couldn't find
Please
it.
make this video, guaranteed.
I get so many of those.
Yeah.
Would you ever do what's that app like
Cameo.
Cameo? Would you ever do
I was
that?
on it for a while,
Yeah.
and I kept. I'll do it like for the free ones. People email me or
Yeah.
like Instagram, and I'll just send them a video or say what's up for free.
Yeah.
And then people were doing the Cameo one, and I just stopped doing it, and
Yeah.
they banned me off it because I didn't answer enough.
Jeez.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
Oh, so you have to answer them.
yeah.
Oh, because
You go
people
on
pay
like a
before.
streak, and I'm on like a -7.
Oh my god.
They don't pay until I do it.
Oh, so whatever.
But they still, it's like bad for the brand. I was doing them for free instead of that.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
felt guilty, like people paying for that.
Yeah.
It is kind of yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Dude, the Tinder swindler's doing it.
Yeah.
I wanna
dude,
watch that
I
on the
haven't
way
watched it.
You never watched that?
I'm saving it for the flight back.
Dude,
It's like 2
Well,
hours, right?
it's you'll never believe that people are dumb enough to fall for this shit, but it's a wild. And now he's like richer, more rich than he was.
So
Well, he
he-
wasn't really rich, but like he has. I don't know. Just
He
watch it.
scammed girls into like.
He would just like meet these girls and be like. So he would like. I don't know how he scammed the first girl, but like the first girl got scammed, and then he had all this money, right? So he's like flying private, like dope clothes, going all these fancy places with another girl. So like he would find his next victim with the other girl's money. So he'd fly this girl private, do all this shit with her, and then he would like he'd have this video, the same video he would send it. He'd do this like 3 people at a time, and it'd be like a video of his like head bleeding and like his security guard like fucking in the hospital, and he's like, my enemies attacked me, like I can't use my credit cards because they're tracking me. I need to borrow fucking $100 grand, and they'll be like, I don't have $100 grand, and they'll be like, you need to go get a loan. So he would like he would make all this fake paperwork for them saying like that they worked for him and for this big company, and he didn't even own this company, he just said he did. So he would provide all the documentation for them to get like big loans, because he would provide like pay stubs and this and that and the other, and they would get these loans, send him all the money, and then he would just fucking blow all the money and bring more girls. So he was like doing this like huge Ponzi scheme with all these girls, and they were stuck with these like huge debts. Like every girl was stuck with like $250,000 in debt.
How did they?
Jesus
Why did they
Christ.
believe him?
because like he had already taken all of them on the previous girl's dime.
Okay.
So they like believed that he was
They
like
believe
this
he had
nice-
this money.
Yeah, the money,
Yeah.
the way he lived. and
Correct.
shit
So,
that.
like,
you
he'd
had
be-
to get the first one.
He just
and
had to
then-
get the
Yeah.
first one, and then he'd be like flying them private, taking them to Ibiza, like doing all the shit with them. So like, of course, this kid has money. Like he has to, and like he said, he was like the son of like this diamond mining like billionaire, and like that was the company that was paying all these girls, but he was all fake. So, but at the end of the movie, he really didn't get in trouble because like
You're gonna ruin it for everyone now.
Yeah.
it's already over. I mean,
I mean, at this point, you know.
You haven't seen it,
no, but it's not. It's like a documentary. It's not like anything like special. It just shows it.
I suppose.
I mean, it's crazy.
Have you watched Inventing Anna?
Yes.
It's the same thing, kind of this.
It's very similar, except this dude did it in a way where like he couldn't get in trouble because he literally was like, "Yo, I need to borrow money," and then be like, "Okay," and they give him the money.
I gotta check it out. I saved it for the flight.
Those two like dating would be wild.
Yeah. Scamming
That would
the
be
fuck-
some
scamming
crazy
the fuck out of
shit.
each other
Yeah.
nonstop.
Ultimate scam team
Yeah,
for sure.
No, but it's crazy.
I gotta check it out.
But now he's got more money because now he's on Cameo. He's like mad expensive. He's charging like 20 or 30 grand to do club appearances.
so he's rich, like he's just chilling. He's
oh,
like,
dude, he
Dude,
has
he's
more
a king
money.
of he's a
Famous
king of
now,
massage.
He literally went to prison for like jail for like 3 months. That was it. That's the only thing he had to do.
they couldn't find anything.
And all these bitches are paying back all their debt still. They're all stuck with the debt.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, he's the king of misogyny right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no, he did it, bro.
That's fucking insane.
The come up was real for him.
Yeah, that was a quick
insane.
come up.
Where does he live?
I don't know. I think he lived at the time like all over the place. Like he started in some like, fuck, I forget. It was like a not a nice area, like a shitty like country, like a little house, and like he like scammed people to get his way out of there, and then he just ended up like doing this whole like traveling thing.
Scammer from the go.
Yep.
That's
Crazy.
disgusting. That's pretty foul.
So what's next? You guys are doing
Supplements.
When did you say those are coming?
April. So supplements in April, and right now we're just working on the rollout, which I shared.
sure,
off
sure, yeah,
camera,
it's dope. Yeah.
So rollout, getting that together, and then I think from there it's like, I mean, how did you guys start? So you guys started. What was the first supplement product?
We started with Revive.
Okay.
So we started with Revive because at the time, like, we wanted to do something that was very different in the industry. And like at the time, it was everyone had a supplement company. So like what you just said, like I want to do some shit different. We were like, we don't want to come out with the same thing everyone already has. So we're gonna come out with like health vitamins. And it was awesome because we were the only people who had them. So like everyone was buying our shit. We had 2 products, and we like consistently just kept selling out of them as soon as we would get them. So that built into like Revive what it is now. And then what we did is we just kept getting messages like, yo, start a pre-workout or a protein. Like we want all that. But we didn't want to put it underneath Revive because we thought it would not like it would tarnish the brand. But like at that time we had this sweet spot because like we had athletes like Chris and other athletes that could be like co-sponsored because we didn't conflict with anyone else's supplements. So if we added a pre-workout or a protein to it, it was like, fuck, now we're going to lose all of our athletes because they're going to have to stop using our products.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just make a new company that's like very similar in like ethics and all the things we believe in, but call it something else. So that's when we started Raw, and we started with, you know, our basic stuff, and we like kind of like we were only 5 months in when we reached out to you.
You reached out to me before you launched it.
Before we launched
But
Raw,
I was in a new.
he was
contract.
already in contract with Jack Factory, so we would just send him stuff, and like obviously we saw him all, like because he was with Revive, and then I think it was a year in. It was a little bit less than a year into your contract.
Yeah, like 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months in. We like started talking about possibly like, you know, doing something like we did, and it just worked. I mean, that's really right.
It was when I came down here, you really presented it to me.
Yeah, when did but
I
the
think
second,
we were like
the second
training,
time
and he's
you
like,
came.
"What do you think about like a piece of the company?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like
It was
that?
when you did your
Like, you want to be
first-
like,
That's
you want
a
to
crazy
own the brand.
like question.
And I'm just like training. I'm like, yes.
Well, because in
Of
my
course.
opinion, bro, like my thing is this, right? Like you have all these influencers and all these people, and like it's hard to build. Like you want to build with somebody, right? Like you want to put all this effort into somebody, and you want to grow with them, and you want them to be like everything they could be. But if they're not a part of it, it's just hard to get that same work ethic. And not saying that Chris doesn't have a crazy work ethic, but like he wants to build his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And he'll tell you he didn't want to do a supplement company. Like he had no desire
Yeah, no.
to start one. Like
I
people
mean, my
had
focus is on the Olympia now. I was like launching a company. Supplement company is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
So they had
Yeah.
the bones built, and I was like, I can bring my vision to it and
Yeah.
do our
That's, I
thing.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, and
Makes
that was
sense.
it. It was like, what can we do to be different? Like, you know, just starting the car giveaways and like just doing stuff that like no one's
that
really
was dope.
done in our industry, and just like giving taking our marketing budget and cutting it in half and keeping half of it to like what we normally did with Facebook ads, you know, all that bullshit, athletes, and then the other half of it like just dumping back into our people.
Yeah.
Like however we could do it, whether it would be like supplement giveaways, car giveaways, pop-ups, meet and greets, whatever it is, like that's what our goal is now, because ultimately like you said, like with Discord, right? Like it's a family.
Yeah.
And the quicker you can build that family, like, I guess you could say like culture. I hate using that word, but like that family like culture.
Well overused, but
Why do you hate that word?
Huh?
Why do you hate that word?
I just feel like it's overused. Like a lot of people like don't really like.
it's a
know
great
what
word.
it's-
The meaning, but everyone says it.
Culture.
It's like even
Culture
like
does get thrown around.
even
a
like
lot.
family. Like people are like, oh, you're family, but like,
Oh,
are you
yeah.
really family? Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
hate
Like
when people say that.
when I use the word family, like I really mean it.
Yeah.
So like I hate using those words now because they're just so like
Because people
they don't
like,
mean
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like love. You know, like people
Yeah.
love, like fuck
Yeah.
you. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that was the goal. The goal was always, and like that's why
Or,
like
like,
when I
dialed.
started following you guys.
So overused.
No, dude, come on now.
Dial-lammy.
No, dial-lammy.
But like that's like when I met you guys at first, like I truly felt like we connected so well because I see that in you. Like you do the same type of shit, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're very like for your people. You have like a small crew of people that you give all your energy to, and that's like how I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like why I was like, damn, like we need to figure out a way to do something with them because like it's just like we're very similar in that aspect.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Yeah,
I agree.
I can tell because I already talked to guys that like even prior to meeting you and
Yeah.
then after, like I talked to like Scott all the time on DM,
Yeah.
and I was just like and even seeing like your culture here is
Yeah.
like damn, like
it's very similar to.
It's very
extremely
similar to
similar to
us.
ours.
Yeah, it's
Very
tough too,
similar.
right? And I'm
Extremely.
sure you guys go through this too, but it's like you want to keep that culture, but then there's certain times like people come into that culture and it's just like
Yeah.
not a good fit. And you're like, fuck, they gotta go.
mhm.
And like it's like
Yeah.
it's hard to like
Yeah.
be, but like you have to get rid of it because it's like a cancer.
It's a cancer.
It spreads
and it's
fast.
quick,
It's
quick.
a cancer that spreads.
And like, and you don't see it until it's like it's gone. And you're just like, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like this, it's sunny again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like sometimes I do feel like a dick because like situations like
Yeah.
that do happen, but like it's to preserve what we have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like I always have to remind myself, like I'm doing this for like I guess the greater good of everyone
Yeah.
around me. But that's like the only thing I would say is tough about being as like oriented in this type of like a situation as we are, because like those things really fuck with your company.
yeah.
You know, because if one person doesn't have that same vision or that same feel or that same attitude, it's like slowly you'll see it like start trickling and you're like,
Mhm.
oh fuck.
Yeah, and you have to like
They start building
catch
cults
it.
within the
And then like
Yeah.
people like start not fucking with people and it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
oh
this,
yeah,
this is no
it's like
good.
all right, yeah, let's just address the bullshit
Yeah.
already.
And it's like uncomfortable conversations,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like one thing that I've been starting to learn from Shawley is like, I don't really like if I see some shit like that. I mean, I'm not like the most like highest authority
Yeah.
in the office, but I'd say that I'm very well respected because everyone knows like, all right, Ant's like OG, and
Yeah.
I'm just like extremely nice to everyone.
Yeah.
Like no matter if it's like the packager, customer service team, you can ask him. Like I'll go and just chat with everyone. I never make anyone feel like lesser than anything.
Yeah.
But when I see shit like that, I'm like, yo guys, like I'll be in meetings and say shit that like no one wants to say.
Yeah.
Like I'm just the one to do it, and like I learned it from him because it's like we don't, like you said, bro, you have to eliminate it immediately,
Instantly. Like,
and that's like if no, you can't like dance around conversations like that. I feel like,
and that's what's tough because some of the most talented people at their jobs lack that like characteristic.
Mhm.
And like obviously you're hiring for like to have the best, I guess you could say, like
yeah,
at their job.
Well, as we're learning, sometimes you hire for the best, sometimes.
Well,
not
yeah, well,
someone
not
who
anymore.
fits.
But what I'm
And
saying
you
is
need
like
to,
in the
balance
beginning,
it,
in the beginning, you're hiring based off a resume, right? Like, damn,
Yeah.
this guy's got this, he's got
Yeah.
this, he does this great, he's worked here, he's got all this shit, and then you bring him in, and you're like, holy fuck, like this is no good.
yeah,
this
Yeah,
guy's-
yeah, like, I don't
he
give a
goes with
fuck
the
how
extra
good this dude
package.
is.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, like
Yeah.
he's got to go. And then now it's like we really hire based off of like people.
yeah.
Like we don't care.
Same with our athletes.
Say exactly
Yeah.
the same with our athletes. Like that
That
is the
was-
number one thing.
That was a huge thing for me coming into. I was like, and I've seen it through all the company I've been in. So I'm like, we all have to want to like chill with these athletes,
Yes.
go to dinner,
Yeah.
and, like hang out, and like that's important to us.
Yeah.
like if it's
Mhm.
an uncomfortable conversation, like to just sit and chill with people, it's like it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
make
come
me
on,
feel
bro.
awkward as fuck.
Yeah, like and then you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, I gotta go to dinner with this dude. I gotta
Yeah.
fucking spend
Yeah.
go on a trip with him. He's gotta
Yeah.
stay in the same place as me. Like you don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, that's like I think one thing that we do with our athletes is just like, at first it was like okay, following, but then I realized like, bro, it doesn't even matter.
But the other
Like,
thing you
the
realize,
sales matter, but like,
but the other thing that matters too is like if you have like, let's say like Marco is tight with 3 other kids that don't have a following, them hanging around Marco
Yeah.
and Marco liking them the same way are going to bring those kids up.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the same FaceTime and they're going to become popular based
Yeah.
off of just being in a good environment.
100%.
And they're cool. They're not.
And
Yeah,
they're
they're
cool.
cool.
So it's
Yeah.
like a win-win, right?
Yeah.
And the kids they respect that because
Facts.
like not only are you building your brand, but you're building their brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're growing at a rate that they would never be able to grow at
Mhm.
in turn because they're, with you and you put them in a position to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
like mutual respect.
No, facts. I think that's 100%. Because we just really focus on like the fit now.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
do you
it.
fit with the, do you
We've-
fit with
we've
the, like,
learned
the
the hard
team?
way
If
with
not,
that.
We
it's
did
like,
too, bro. I mean, I think everyone goes through that. Every
Yeah.
company goes through that. Like you want the best in every aspect, like the best bodybuilder, the best this, the best that. But then you put them in a room together and it's like no one's talking. You're like, fuck, like this ain't.
you're
gonna
like,
work.
oh, this ain't even the vibe.
I think the
No.
biggest red flag for us personally was like when we do a lot of like company events, like
Yeah.
y'all do it too.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Like if there's like that one person that just doesn't fuck with you outside of the office, even
Yeah.
though it's not mandatory and it's not required of their role, but like if they don't fuck with you outside of like the
Yeah.
office at all, like they don't want to come to any
For
company,
anything, yeah.
Christmas parties,
Yeah.
they're,
Correct.
like,
Yeah.
Like,
it's
come
like
on,
a
bro.
huge red flag. Okay, like this dude's just here for the wrong reason.
Correct.
Yeah.
I understand getting your money and getting paid. Everyone at our job is even like well compensated,
Yeah.
but it's like I want you to be here because you see the vision.
Bro, I
Yeah.
swear to God, I feel like people come here every day. Like I don't even think people realize like when they're supposed to work and not supposed to work anymore.
yeah.
Like people are just here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Monday through Sunday, there's somebody here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Scott comes in on Saturdays. I'm here
I
Monday.
mean, I'm sure we all grew up with parents who worked just like corporate jobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cool, yeah, you're making your money, you're doing your thing. Yes, it's a successful business, but like,
Mm-hmm.
is that all that matters? Or do we
Yeah.
want to like go into work to chill with our boys
Yeah.
and like have fun, and
Yeah.
be excited to see people?
like it's not work. Like it is, but it
Yeah.
isn't. Like
Yeah.
you're not going there like fuck. I got to get to work. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to get here as early as I can in the
Mhm.
morning. You know, I'm like, what? How early do I have to get up to go to the gym and do my cardio
literally
so
same.
I can get to the? You know,
it's fun.
it's fun.
Yeah. No, like,
Stressful,
And it's all your boys.
but it's and
Yeah.
you're
You
doing
know,
it with
like,
your boys.
Sammy
yeah.
struggles with it sometimes because like all my friends are here.
Mm-hmm.
So like I get to go to work with all my friends
Yeah.
every single day, and Sammy's like, "Well, I don't have any fucking girlfriends at work." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sounds like my life.
yeah.
Sounds
But it's
like my
true.
life,
I mean,
yeah.
it's true. You know, I'm super blessed, and I forget that people don't get to do that.
Yeah.
So like some of my friends, like they'll be like, "Yo, I fucking," at the gym especially, like because everyone in this town goes to the gym at like 6:00 at night.
yeah.
So you're at the gym and they're like just bitching. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know
bro.
how that shit feels.
I
At all,
can't
bro.
imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
like one thing I'm grateful. Like my parents always just like supported everything I did.
Yeah.
And I think it was like my first flight I ever got on was he put me on a flight. We went to Orlando the first time. It was like me, you, Sam, and then somebody else who worked with us. And everything was paid for, and it was like, damn, like this is not like a
not work.
normal type of thing.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah,
the shooting range yesterday. Like,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
mad fun,
exactly.
yeah.
And so
I'm
now
sorry we missed that.
a lot of
it's all- it's
people,
okay.
yeah, a lot of people like will hit me up and be like, damn, like it doesn't feel like you're ever working. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, like don't get it fucked up. Like we're
We
still
work.
working. We're
Yeah.
working.
We work harder than probably 90% of people, but we just figure out a way to have
Exactly,
some fun.
exactly. It looks fun on stories, but it's like, yo, this is still work in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
And
Also
I
what
think-
keeps you from getting burnt out. with
yes,
it.
man.
You have that.
Mhm.
You
If were
have to
just, like,
incorporate all that.
Came
Yeah.
sit on your desk and were just like didn't talk to anyone, didn't like have a laugh or any kind of like conversation throughout the day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You'd get burnt out.
Yeah,
you'd fucking
bro.
hate it. You'd have lower energy. Like
Mhm.
You wouldn't work out. You'd probably just go home. And
Yeah, just
crack
want to go
open a
home and
beer and
sleep, bro.
Yeah,
like
be
watch
miserable.
TV or some shit.
Yeah.
But I think too, like, and you guys will probably attest to this, but when you stopped giving a shit about like only focusing on making the money and putting back into the culture,
Mhm.
is when you became the most successful.
100%. I think for me, I can speak for myself. When we stopped caring about like the return,
Yeah,
obviously the return's important, but like when
you
we
have to. It's a business. You have
Yeah.
to make money.
But
Like,
the
there's
culture
no
that
doubt.
we're building, and I know you hate that word. The
No,
culture,
it's fine. You can say it. No, you're right. You're
the
right.
culture,
You're
the
Just use
Inaka
it
Power
right.
culture is like.
right. Well, you don't fucking use it the wrong way. Like, you mean it, so it's
Yeah.
fine
No, the Inaka Power culture is what's more important than the return.
for sure.
I think like the Discord, the people that comment on our posts and shit like that,
Yep.
like the responses we get, the pop ups, all this stuff, like that shit's a lot more important because it goes a long way.
Yeah.
It goes far because it's easy to make money. I mean,
Of
everyone
course.
knows that. You could sell, you can create something, manufacture something, sell it, make a huge return. But how do you keep that going?
Well, that's the
consistently?
thing too. Like, you got to think about it. Like, at any given point, if you want to kill it, or if you need to make money, or if like make a shirt, sell it, or
Mhm.
Yeah.
do a 20% off discount code. Like, and when you have that ability, like you realize like that's when you know like now you just need to keep giving back to the
Yeah.
culture, right?
Mhm.
Because like you've built something that people, you could make anything and they're gonna want it because
Mhm.
it's yours.
Mhm.
Just like we were talking about earlier with the weight belts, like you don't need two, but you buy two because you
Yeah.
want to support
Mhm.
a culture.
Yeah.
It's like that's where you know, like at that point going forward, all you have to do is focus on maintaining or growing that part of the business,
Yeah.
and the rest is always going to be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's my favorite part of like my job is because like that's kind of my task.
Yeah,
and it's like, to me, it's the funnest, and I don't have like, I'm so grateful that the team that we have around us is like, Ant can just come up with like whatever idea he wants, and like then everyone just has to make it happen.
Bro, every company is a marketing company.
Yeah.
I own multiple companies. I own a roofing company. I own, my medical offices. I own my franchise company. I own Raw. I own Revive. And every single one of those companies starts and ends with marketing, right? Like, it doesn't matter how dope your shit is. It doesn't matter how good of a job you do putting a roof on a house. It doesn't matter how great your doctors are, how good your Botox girl is, how good your facial girl is. If you can't get people in the fucking door to get to them, no one's going to figure out how good they are or how great you are or how good your shit is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, being creative in your position is one of the most, and I tell Scott this all the time, that's like the most crucial role in your business.
Yeah.
And like, it changes so fast. Marketing, when we first got into like fitness, has totally changed. Completely. It is not even close to what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like flipped twice.
100%.
And like being able to not only like see it coming, but like prepare for it.
Yeah.
And then like know when it's gonna die and get out of it, and then flip it again and like do it all over. That takes fucking skill.
Yeah.
And that's not something you can just like copy. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do what they're doing, because they're already focusing on what's next. So by the time you copy them, they're doing some shit else.
Exactly.
And like being able to be in the forefront of that, and like what you guys are doing with the subs, like the way you told me about it, like you will be. And when someone tries to do it, you're already on to the next shit.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of how like where we were with the Revive, like we would make something and someone would make it, but we were already focused on the next blended health formula. Yeah. So when they dropped, we dropped, and they're like, fuck, like now we got to do that.
Yeah.
So as long as you consistently get better, like you guys, like we do, it's a great place to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are the only people that do like the health subs, right?
Not anymore.
Much.
I mean, we
There's
started
other
it
people
for
that
sure.
have-
Yeah. I mean, I would say, I would bet any amount of money the next brand that does it is Hostile.
You think?
I would bet anything. I would bet
A lot of
anything.
people are doing it. Just you don't even know though, because they're not like.
Yeah, they're not like
doing it
prominent, but
right,
like,
or, like
I mean, we did
understand
it.
You have he actually has like MDs and like Will
Yeah.
Wallace and like
Yeah.
really actually intelligent people running it back, right? Instead of just someone being like, oh, throw
So like
bergamot in,
every health formula that we made, I used in my medical offices for like a year and a half before. Like my doctors would give them to patients, and then like I was like, damn, this shit's dope. And then Matt was like, yo, I can sell this shit. Like I send all these people to Amazon. Like we can sell this. Like trust me when I tell you. So I was like, all right, bet, let's fucking sell it then.
Yeah.
So that's how we started it. And then we started it. And then there's been like Core Nutraceuticals came out with another health series. I think Redcon tried to. I know HD Muscle did. I think that's it, right, so far.
I'm sure there's more, but
Yeah, but like those are the the ones that like are kind of on a radar, but like they didn't affect us by any means. And now the fact that we're so big, like what fucks them now is our buying power.
Yeah.
So like now that I buy so much, I get
You can
it way
change it,
cheaper.
yeah.
So I did a huge price drop.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I can't
$20, right?
on kidney.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
we
that's
dropped
a
some shit
huge
like a
drop,
lot of money.
yeah.
So people were like, fuck, like they can't. Some people can't even make it for that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're in this opportunity to be like, fuck you. Like, way to
Yeah.
copy me, but good
It's
luck
too
trying
late.
to sell it
Yeah,
for the same price we
exactly.
sell it for.
I ordered my huge shipment before the price drop. I'm pretty upset.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I think I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think.
I'll
I
take
did.
care of you before you leave.
He definitely ordered a lot. Yeah, I started taking the.
You like Brain, right?
Bro, the Brain is
Yeah.
like the
I
limitless.
take
pill.
Calm every
I
night.
tell him. I
Calm's the
I
shit,
told
bro.
him. I was like, bro, the Brain is like.
If you do Brain with an energy drink,
yeah.
that is
Dial.
like,
Ultimate Dial.
yeah, because there's no caffeine in it.
Yeah.
So it's like all just like nootropics and like brain health, and then with caffeine, it's like that was a Will Wallace formula.
Yeah.
That's the PhD that works for us. He's incredible.
Bro, yeah, I take Brain daily, the multivitamin for men.
You don't take the kids gummies like Marco?
No. And
I
then I
was like,
started
I'm on
taking
prep, but I can have these gummies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If I have the whole bottle,
Marco's prep has been
Marco's
one
prep
of-
is the most
one of the most
legendary
legendary
prep of all
preps
time.
ever. Like,
we were in
So
Aspen.
legendary.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
is
Yeah.
happening?
so legendary.
As soon as we got to Aspen, that was like the downhill for the prep. That was like the first day he tried, and then it was. Remember, he ate the plate of ginger.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh no, I'm on prep, and then the next day it was just like.
There's some other
downhill.
stories that I don't know if he'll be comfortable with us telling. Like yesterday, for instance.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yesterday
Uh,
was yesterday was hilarious.
Yeah.
What he was like, oh, he goes like, so his steak, he's like, don't cook it in oil, you know,
Oh my
steam my
God.
veggies, you know, whatever. So they bring the plate, and it's like, all right. I was like, all right, that's a dial meal for sure. And then he got like a cookie Pazuki thing,
Ate the whole thing.
and Marco ate the whole thing. I was like, well, what was the point of that? Like, what was the point of what you just ordered?
No, and then the first day we got to Orlando,
Oh yeah,
LT was filming him, and what did he do? He was like, what did he order? It was just like rice and chicken or something like that. Oh yeah, no, it was the first day in Miami.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna eat the bread. And the camera went off, and I ate all the bread.
Yeah. No. He's like he makes so. We
Oh,
got
then he
plates.
makes fun of Ant, all of us for
he's
eating the
like,
bread.
Bro, he's like looking at my plate and it's like bread with butter. He's like, oh, dude, you're fat as fuck. Like, why are you eating bread with butter? And he shows Shawley. He's like, look, and Shawley's eating the bread. He's like, look at that fat ass right there eating the bread.
He's
and
like,
then he cuts the camera and he starts eating the bread.
Eats
I was
all the
like,
bread.
What are you talking about? And then we got into an argument because he said alcohol was like.
Oh my
What did he say?
God.
Like, oh, like
Yeah.
the alcohol was like the calories, so like he couldn't drink alcohol, like he couldn't take a shot. And I was like, bro, you just ate like all that bread that you said you weren't gonna eat, and this is only.
Does
gonna
it
be,
just like turn
9.
on and off?
yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
on and off for sure.
Oh, it is.
Like,
You have good intentions. It's just that discipline just lacks.
yeah, let's go.
Zero self-control.
1 shot is 100 calories, so I can have 1 shot and it not affect me, or I can have a serving of Sour Patch Kids.
But you were doing both.
You know what's funny? The last night at the Fat and Weird cookie thing that we went to,
Oh my god,
bro, like he like
That was
I
so
don't know
funny.
if he told you or not. He came up to my room like fucking late as fuck, like what 12 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the
After
morning.
I had already left.
Yeah, after you left downstairs because I knew he didn't want you to see it. He came
ate
up to
the
my
cookie?
he came up to my room and was like, bro, can I please have your cookie?
Yeah.
He like took my cookie and like devoured
Wait,
it.
the second one?
The mid-
No,
Oh.
dude.
Yeah.
We were like,
Oh no! And then after that, he came back up later in the night. He was like, "Bro, I was just coming to say what's up to you." I was like, "No, you weren't. What are you coming for?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I just want to see if I want to see if you can just let me have your candy." Like, took all my
yeah.
candy.
I remember he takes it. Bro, no, he takes it from someone's room, and like we were kind of high at that point. Or I was high, and he's like, "Ant, like just share it with me." And I'm like, "Nah, like honestly, I'm kind of good because I've been like dieting recently, and I was like, nah, bro, like I'd already kind of ate like shit that day. It's like, nah, I'm good. He's like, bro, just come on, like you know you want to eat it, and I'm like, we're in his room, and I'm like, nah, man, like I'm good, like I don't want to eat it. He's like, bro, just half it with me, like half it with me. I'm like, bro, just eat it if you want it. He devoured the cookie.
That I believe that because
That
no one
is-
would do that. Like I actually believe that happened.
True.
Yeah.
Oh man,
How was it?
Bikini
And
girl
then
diet
how was
shit.
your
For
backflip
real.
experience?
for real.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was so funny. You fucking put on your story.
That was a funny.
You're like, bro, watch my next story.
Yeah, that was a funny trip, man. A lot of was going on. It was a fun trip. It was just
Oh, that was
what was the
hilarious.
world record? Like what was the what was it supposed to
the
be?
world record was like 3,700.
3,700.
No.
What
I
is
think
it?
was
Oh
20
shit!
Oh, it was like the amount of people simultaneously dunking cookies into milk and then eating it. Weird, yeah.
Oh wow.
That's very
It
specific.
was very
Yeah.
specific, and
But
they
it's
have
weird.
very
I never.
specific rules.
I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna be like the
I didn't
world's
even know that
biggest
was a
cookie or,
record.
Like something dope. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was like one huge cookie that all you had to
Yeah.
eat at once or something.
Nah, it was, the opposite of that. It was extremely tiny cookies.
Yeah, they're really tiny. I never like. It's weird that there's these records that exist.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Who started this?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was Girl Scout.
Girl
yeah.
Scout
just a
cookies had like the
marketing thing,
most.
The Girl Scout cookies. So they hold the Girl Scouts. They hold the record for 3,700. I think we were able to get like 2,700 that day.
Oh, so you
No,
didn't even break
I
it.
think it was a little bit closer than that. I think it
didn't
was
even get
30.
it?
I think it was
Oh, he didn't
32.
get it.
Nah, he didn't.
That's sad.
Didn't. Yeah.
So did he like market this as like an event for everyone to come to dunk a cookie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Should
Yeah.
we try and do this and beat them?
We could probably do
The
it.
10,000.
We could do it with the my cookie dealer.
Yeah.
Protein cookie.
I mean, yeah. You guys, I mean, yeah. You guys probably could.
Yeah.
It was.
What's Cookie Dealers like? Kind of the same thing.
So my cookie dealer. So this is actually a cool story. So Juan and Karen are, you know Juan Morel, right? Juan Morel is like an old, like he's a retired bodybuilder. He was in the Olympia, like super successful bodybuilder.
I honestly, I only started following Olympia.
But he's
Yeah,
famous.
yeah.
No one guy.
This is the Olympia.
So he's like mad famous for like crazy cheat meals, like 30,000 calorie treat, like
Jesus.
ridiculous pizzas, ice cream, like all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy shit. So when he retired, or I guess it was before he retired, like right before he retired, he created My Cookie Dealer, which is this cookie company, and they were a pound, like, and they're not healthy, they're just a
Yeah.
pound cookie, and it's like crazy flavor, like the cookies are ridiculous.
Yeah.
like shit inside and stuff.
Oh yeah, like I think they have like hundreds of flavors, like
Mm-hmm.
Pop-Tart, like all kinds of crazy shit. So he started this company, and then all of a sudden, he literally was selling 500,000 cookies a week, right? Or $500,000 worth of cookies a week. It was like some crazy number.
Yeah.
Wasn't
And
500,000
No, it was
cookies.
like it was a $500,000 a week in cookie sales.
Okay, yeah.
Like overnight, direct to
Jesus
consumer.
Christ.
No, like and the profit margin on cookies is insane.
Yeah.
Then he's like on all these like new. He was on like Regis and Kelly and like
Oh shit.
NBC.
Yeah.
All this stuff. So it just like exploded.
Mhm.
And he recently came to us and was like, "Hey, like we want to do a collab with you for a protein cookie."
Did you know him like prior to?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so,
I've
like,
known
you've
one
him for a
forever.
while? Okay,
Yeah. So we were like, okay, bet. So like we actually helped. Like we were like, you have to use vegan protein because baking with
Mhm.
vegan protein. And Chris told me this. Is like it helps like keep it moist. Like it's like a better flavor.
Mhm.
So like you can't even taste the protein in these cookies at all. There's
Yeah.
like not a tiniest taste of protein, and there's 25 grams of protein per cookie. So it's like a pretty solid, decent cookie. The macros are still
Give one
like,
to Marco later.
yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
give
he'll
one
turn
tomorrow.
We all
it
have
out.
them here.
Yeah, I have some downstairs.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah, I saw you posting them. So like, y'all doing a full on collab or like?
Yeah. So
okay.
it's a full collab. So we launch next week, right? The first batch is next week.
Damn.
I thought it was the week after, March 15th. Are they doing it on the Arnold?
I don't know. I think they're doing it the Arnold.
Sometime in March, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure it's next week, but that's the first drop, and then March 5th and 12th. So at 12, whatever, March 5th.
Yeah.
So they're gonna launch then, and then we're actually gonna go into like brick and mortar, like wholesale them, try to
Damn.
get them into like
Damn,
grocery
that's
stores,
dope.
convenience stores, and all that.
That's dope.
And they already have like this huge following.
Yeah.
They have actually 2 brick and mortar locations in New York
Mhm.
where they have like ice cream, cookies, coffees. Like
Yeah, that's dope.
it's dope, man. Like they did it right.
What flavor did y'all do?
So we had like a Twix flavor, chocolate chip cookie flavor. The strawberry Pop-Tart flavor is definitely the best.
Yeah.
I tried that today.
Oatmeal cranberry.
Oatmeal cranberry
There's
is
they're
fire.
a pound too.
Huh?
Those cookies are a
They're
pound.
8 ounces.
Or 8 ounces. So.
These are smaller.
Something like that.
They're like 8 or 9 ounces. They're still
Okay.
big ass cookies. I
Yeah.
mean, they're like this big and they're like this thick. And then
Jeez.
what was the other one that was really good? Birthday
Birthday
cake.
cake.
No, they're huge. Like they're
Yeah.
heavy cookies.
That's my dinner.
Yeah.
For real.
But no, they're fire.
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
was
that
kinda
came like on a whim.
surprised,
Like I was the same shit. Like wasn't planning on it. Like we fucked with them for a while. They're great people, and they just want to do business with people who they feel like are similar to them.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, we're in. Let's do it.
No, that's dope. Yeah, I was very surprised at the amount of people that went to a cookie festival. It was like,
But that company's been
while.
around for a minute, right?
yeah,
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
while.
Like probably like since 2018.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
They're here. They live here.
they live in
Panama.
PCB.
That's why it was up there. I was gonna say, why the fuck they do it all
Yeah,
the
that's
way
what I
over
was
there?
like.
That's where their warehouse and everything is. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, the warehouse was pretty dope.
Was it?
They live
Yeah.
in their warehouse. So like they have like a 10,000 square feet warehouse, and the whole second floor is like their house, and then
Yeah.
below it is
Like imagine if
That's
you had a
kinda
house
dope.
kinda.
That's
Yeah,
kinda
it was,
dope.
It
I
was
don't
pretty
know about
convenient.
that.
I don't know.
I need
Yeah,
to
I wouldn't
leave
know about
and,
it.
like-
Yeah,
So I have a funny story to tell you. So when I was looking at my last house before I bought it, I was looking at this house that was on an airport. It was like a private airstrip, and there was an airplane hangar.
yeah.
And it was like a 30,000 square foot airplane hangar.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is perfect. Like, we can put the warehouse right here. And like, my wife was like, you are out of your fucking mind
Yeah.
if you think like you're going to put work this close to our house. Because you will
Yeah.
be over there all day long.
Mhm.
You never. And then I was like, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and there's
I
no
can do it.
separation. I feel like I'd get anxiety if I
Yeah.
like worked literally like lived where I worked.
It's like a bat cave, bro. It's
Yeah.
like
Like
kind
when
of
the
dope.
warehouse and offices were at the gym.
Oh, it was horrible.
Like,
I
it
hated
was
that.
just, like, open a door and you're
it
in
was
the
fucking
gym.
horrible.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, bro, you'll see it because like
Yeah.
our leg room right now was our old warehouse,
Mhm.
which like you'll walk into and be like, how? Like, there's no fucking way. But, like
Mhm.
we ran Revive, and that's another thing. Like you guys did it too. Like you ran super lean.
Yeah,
You know, like your story about like showing your apartment and delivering
Yeah.
the clothes. Like people don't understand that. Like when it comes to business, like that's how you start a successful business.
Mhm.
Everyone wants to go into a business and like have a dope office and have the sick car and
Yeah.
have all the shit without like doing the work first.
Yeah.
And like that's the first thing I try to tell people. Like our first warehouse was 600 square feet. It was like nothing. It
yeah,
was smaller
dude.
than my office.
Yeah, literally same. Like literally, the office that I met him at was like smaller than this office. We
Yeah.
shared a desk.
Yeah.
Like there's literally only one desk that we would share.
But like that's how you
Yeah.
create a good brand.
Mm-hmm.
You do everything like you said. You were customer service. You were shipping the packages. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you were hiring people, you could teach them how to do everything because they just knew what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just cool, man, because there's so many similarities, and it's so cool to see it between 2 totally different businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I've just in the short amount of time that we've kind of, I guess, developed the relationship. I
Yeah.
feel like I've learned a lot from just watching you guys and what you guys do a lot.
Yeah.
And it's
And
funny.
vice versa.
I didn't know that, bro. A while back, like when I was like actually like a bodybuilder. And
Yeah.
shit, like Dan would always tell me about you.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and he was like, bro, you need to talk to Dom. I was like, I don't know who Dom is.
Yeah.
He was just like, because I thought originally he was trying to reach out to me for Ghost,
Okay.
and he would always like say, "Yo, like you need to talk to Dom." Remember that?
Yeah.
Back at the old warehouse,
Mhm.
and then I think I talked to you one day.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just never put your face.
Yeah.
And it's weird that now we're like friends and shit. But
Yeah. Dan's awesome, man. Dan's a good dude too.
Yeah, nah, Dan's dope. Dan's dope. He's always somewhere though. I was DMing the other day. I'm like, bro,
He was
where,
in Germany.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
Germany, and then he was in New York, and then like Chicago. I'm like,
He's
bro,
going to Columbus on Thursday.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet him in Columbus.
Oh, for the Arnold.
Yeah, it's enough for like, but that's like what Vitamin Shop, GNC, all the
Okay.
meetings, they all go there. So it's
Oh,
like
word.
easier to just go there and knock out all the meetings.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the out of the country distributors, like India, like UAE, Saudi Arabia, all those people go there.
Oh, okay.
Bodybuilding, believe it or not, bro, like in America is actually like people like you guys think bodybuilding's popular here. Maybe I don't know if you do,
Mm.
but like bodybuilding is probably the least popular here out of any other country. Like in India,
Of the top 10 countries, it's the least. Yeah,
yeah, like
Really?
in, oh yeah,
it's
like
wild in
dude,
Middle East, Brazil, South
they're
America.
like gods.
Is that where all those
Yes.
people live in Dubai?
No, that's like an influencer pocket.
okay.
That has nothing to do with it. But like, it's just, it's crazy. I mean,
Wow.
like Big Ramy is like literally like
They
fucking
had when he came back from the Olympia, they had a 500,000 people parade.
at the
Was the
airport.
president or whatever. He had his own like bus that he was standing on top of, and the streets were just flooded.
Like he
Where
won
is
the
he
Super
from?
Bowl or something?
Egypt.
Egypt.
So they're like, he's like LeBron of
Yeah.
Egypt.
Literally 500,000 people came to
Yeah.
meet him at the airport.
what?
But that's the type of shit that happens. So like that's why like India, like all these bigger, like it's kind of weird because like the brands that we don't even like fuck with anymore,
Yeah.
like Muscle Tech and like I don't know, like all I forget the names, but like all those brands, you remember
Yeah.
like that we used to buy,
Yeah.
they're all still popular over there.
Isn't One Up big in India?
One Up's huge internationally. It's all international because I feel like international is like 8 to 10 years behind America.
I feel you.
So like what's popping off now in America, by the time it gets to them, like it's like the second jump for brands. So like brands will be going like this in America, and then they'll be going like this, and then India gets it like here, and then it's like boom, and then it goes back up, and
Yeah.
like that's their last hurrah before they're like fucking done.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I've been trying to push getting international as hard as I could right off the rip, because even though they don't necessarily know who we are yet, like if we can get there earlier and we can grow at the same time, it'll be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No brand's
That's
done
smart.
that before. Like it's always been like this 10-year lag.
Yeah.
And that's why if you go there, you'll see like all the shelves are, you know, like I'm like Muscle Tech and BSN and like the brands that you're like,
Yeah,
these,
yeah.
like
Optimal
I've never
Nutrition
seen
and
this
shit.
container ever.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
it's dope.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You're going to the Olympia or the Arnold too?
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
going down.
Okay.
What is Arnold? Is it a competition or like?
Yeah, it's about
What is the
Okay.
Arnold?
Well, I really don't, bro. Like honestly, like I don't.
It's just
Should
funny
be on this
sometimes when I'm like,
podcast.
It's
in
Arnold
different
Schwar- Arnold
communities, people
Schwarzenegger
don't even
show.
know what the Olympia is.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like the second biggest bodybuilding show of the
Okay,
year.
cool.
And it's like huge expo and
Yeah.
like a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah.
It used to be known as like the craziest expo in the whole entire,
Mhm.
like better than the Olympia, better than everything.
Yeah.
But expos kind of died off. Man.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
world's kind of leaving.
The money is not to buy expo booths anymore.
Mhm.
Like, that's not the vibe.
70K on a booth.
Minimum.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. And there's no return on it. I'd rather
Yeah.
like do the pop ups and do cool shit. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's
you know what I'm
dope.
saying?
That's dope for sure.
Yeah.
So are y'all just like y'all just pulling up or like?
Yeah, I just have meetings. I'm literally going,
Yeah.
and you're doing a seminar.
I'm doing 2 seminars and like a little meetup thing.
Mm.
Like they paid me to
Yeah.
come and just like pop up myself, not a brand or anything,
Yeah.
just so I can meet people. And I'm doing a seminar with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which
Oh
I'm
damn.
pumped for. Yeah,
That's dope.
so that'll be dope.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
And
Are you
some
excited for
meetings
that?
with him and chilling.
What's up?
Are you excited for the Arnold Schwarzenegger? thing?
Yeah, I thought that was cool. They
Damn.
put a poster of both of us. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
super dope.
Have you
That
talked
is
to Arnold
pretty
before?
insane.
Like, no,
Yeah.
not really. I took a picture, a selfie with him when he walked by me when I was like 19 years old, but
Yeah.
he never even looked me in the eye.
Yeah.
That's that's dope.
But he like talks about you all the time. Like when you like compete, he's like, "That's the best physique." Like you know what I'm saying? Like he knows who you are.
I haven't heard that. I don't know. I don't
Dude,
even think
he-
he really pays attention to bodybuilding.
Do you think he
right
just
now.
like says that when everyone goes up? He's like, "Oh, great physique."
a lot of
Who the
people
fuck
do
is that?
that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Damn.
You'll never compete in a show like that again, right?
What?
like
Anything
Arnold?
other than the Olympia?
Yeah.
No, probably not. I don't want to ever say never, but right
Yeah.
now I have no intention to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not driven by a lot of the guys who do that is like monetary. You know, like
Yeah.
those shows. Like what is it? 200K this year for the Open.
Jeez.
For the Arnold?
Okay, yeah.
For first place, it's 200K.
200,000.
200 bands, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, for
That's
an
very
open
much-
bodybuilder,
yeah.
that's a big paycheck.
Look,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Just look good.
You do that, you fucking hit the Olympia. You're making 300-400 grand in a year.
How much is the Olympia payout?
First place is 4, right?
400
400K.
for open.
Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you guys get fucked.
I get fucked. Yeah, I
Was
got
it?
50 last year for winning.
And you brought like the most people there.
I was gonna
Hands
say you
down.
pretty much changed
You're like,
like
that's crazy because you are like
yeah,
the
you
Olympia.
changed the whole
the Olympia,
like,
but
People
like, not
think
the Olympia.
so. That was what. Remember, Dan said that when he came. He's like, my son. All my son's friends think Chris is Mr. Olympia. I'm like, well, he is Mr. Olympia.
The new generation thinks
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
But like,
Mr.
they don't even
Olympia.
know there's like an open body.
I tell people that he's Mr. Olympia.
The old
all time.
generation gets
Yeah, I
offended.
mean, honestly,
You
yeah.
say that to like OG bodybuilders, like fuck you, you're classic physique like winner, like you're not Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Which I agree because I'm old school like that. I grew up in bodybuilding,
Mm.
but it's cool to see how much of the new generation is coming, just focusing on like classic and like
Yeah.
the cleaner lines, not just like huge blown out.
People don't even know who those people are. Like if you're like like Big Ramy to a 16-year-old kid, he's like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And you're like C-Bomb. They're like C-Bomb. I'm like, fuck yeah, I know
Yeah,
C-Bomb.
exactly. That's why I was saying before the pod started running. You're like, because I mean, like I know of bodybuilding a little bit, but I'm not like into it at all. But like you're literally like the Jordan of like this shit. I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
really,
to the
I,
new-
I
I would
can't
love
say
to
it.
be.
To the
I-
new
but
generation.
you
To
are.
the
I
new,
would
to
love
the
to
new
be.
gen.
I
I
to
mean,
the
you
new
are.
gen.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, like
Trying.
There's no one else who you could say.
There's
is
no one else
closer.
there, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Okay, but like you are on the
That's good to
path
tell
to
yourself.
become that. Of
Oh,
Yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
to be.
Yes.
It's good to tell yourself that. Like, we know that you are.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You only know when you retire.
True.
It's true.
That's true. All right, we fucking rip this podcast forever.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's
Great episode though.
Yeah.
I mean,
How long was that? Oh, okay.
Oh,
1 hour
word?
and 7 minutes.
Damn. All right. Cool. Was it an hour and
Rated.
7 minutes?
That's good.
Wrap it up. All right, episode 11. Thank you guys for coming.
thank you for
Appreciate
having
you
us,
guys.
man.
Having us, man.
This is
Thank
dope
you.
already.